Got the wide angle on today. Nice wide angle lens. I've been getting tagged in so much stuff on TikTok, and then I'm gonna blame this one on Alex Eubank, but Alex Eubank had duetted someone's TikTok saying something along the lines of like, Alex, please work out for me with my birthday. And he actually gave it validation. He duetted it and said either when or something along the lines of like when and what time, what date, whatever. Just basically giving that validation. And ever since Alex has done it, my entire fucking TikTok mentions have literally been kids asking me to work out with them on my birthday. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to work out with every single one of you guys on your birthday? That's like an average of like a couple thousand birthdays every day, all right? So what I'm trying to say here is, I do love you guys a lot, but there's literally no fucking way I would work out with any of you for your birthday. Just because of the sheer fact that, like, how does that make it fair for anyone else who wants me to work out with them on their birthday if I go and work out with one person on their birthday? And then if I did that, then a million other kids would be like, oh, work out with me on my birthday, like, no. So I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna lift with any of you on your birthday, okay? I'm just gonna keep it a buck right here, because I can't. I'm not gonna fly out, leave my dogs here, and leave Aaron here with them and go hang out with someone I don't know to live with them on their birthday, all right? That's just me keeping it a buck. I can't lie. I can't lie. My videos kind of consist of me talking about random things, but it's kind of entertaining because it's something to talk about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna go film and work out and then that's the end of the fucking video, right? So a lot of people are so comfortable with being weak, and it's really weird because I'm not going to speak on the behalf of women because I'm not a woman, but as a man, how can a man live his entire life without seeing how strong he can get? Whether it doesn't even have to be physically, it can be mentally, just the mind and the body. How can you spend your whole life as a man with your God-given strength and God-given abilities and not even try to see how far they can take you in any sort of way? It's just kind of crazy to me that people let themselves go like that. And I will never get it, because even growing up when I was a kid, I never had any particular thing that made me think, I want to look like that person or I want to lift like that person. It was just, honestly, for me, just an instinctual thing. I'd see kids in middle school that were bigger than me. And back then, I didn't really care if it was muscle or fat or body weight. I wasn't taking anything into consideration. I would see a kid that weighs much more than me and his arm circumference would be bigger than mine, right? And I'd think, wow. I just thought, wow, his arms are bigger than mine. Even though it obviously was no muscle, just because we're all like, 10 years old, it was just fat. But I still had that instinctual thing, like that competitive fire in me that like I didn't like that someone looked better than me. And obviously I'm grown older now and I don't care if someone's bigger than me, but back then it's just very competitive, middle school, things like that. So those type of things would bother me, and I'd go home and I'd look in the mirror and I'd think, I'm so skinny. And I didn't even know what a bodybuilder looked like. I didn't even know the difference between muscle and fat and like any of those things. I simply just thought, I want to look better than this and I want to be better than this. I gave it my all into weight training and everything like that because it's beautiful. It's beautiful for a man to see his God-given strength and abilities put to the test. It's really such a beautiful thing. We are so able-bodied to do such crazy, absurd things that you wouldn't even believe of. And you spend your entire life just wasting away, and you're not even trying to evolve mentally either. Like, there's so many guys I know that are very, very big, but their brains, their understanding of things, they're so unaware. And it's just crazy because for me, I've gotten a lot of success from bodybuilding and I've gotten a lot of muscle from bodybuilding as well. But it came a point when I started dating Aaron, I could see from another point of view, like a third person, right? Just, Aaron just being in the third person point of view, telling me how I am as an individual. And obviously, if you care about somebody a lot, you'll value their opinion so much that at some point, it might even matter more than your family's, right? Like, there was nothing that my family could have told me on how I acted or what I did. I would never have cared. Sometimes it takes a person to understand something when they hear it from the right person. When I was growing up, my family always had and still has this issue that if you disagree with what they say, they yell. There's never just a medium. So this is what I saw as a kid, a very impressionable kid. I hate saying that, but it was very true. It's monkey see, monkey do. You see your parents doing something when you're growing up and you're just a really, really young kid. You're going to replicate some of those things. Aaron would always call me out when I raised my voice, and it was such a bad habit. It wasn't just a habit that I developed. Like lately, let's say I've been having a habit of like cracking my neck or something, right? This was like a childhood embedded in my genes fucking like habit. Like my like this is what my family does.
It's like the only thing you knew.
It's the only thing I knew. It's not like a habit. So it took me like a year to like really just completely stop raising my voice and understand that no matter what, even if you hate a person or if you don't like them or if you don't know them, you always have to take what they're saying into consideration. Like, let's say you're a very right-winged person, right? You're completely on the right wing of things, and you see a liberal or vice versa, and you hear what they're saying. You always have to kind of keep this middle ground for your own benefit and to test yourself as well. Like, if I hear someone say something I disagree with so much that it literally fucking infuriates me, even though it's really annoying and I would never agree with it, I always want to take into consideration where I think they're coming from and why they think the way they do. Because once you do that, it's so much easier to understand more things when you stop letting your emotions take control of the situation. And when you use logic and you're just listening to somebody and trying to think of their side of the situation, it's so much easier to talk to people and grow your mental state, if that makes sense. And if you're so prone to being so reactive and crazy and you have all these hormones in you, like what kind of man are you if you can't control that? You know what I'm saying? Another thing that people don't understand about people who work out, in my opinion, is that what people view as us hating on like overweight people or people who are weak, this comes back to you having to understand everyone's point of view. We are not like fat shaming, which the most of the time we're really not even fat shaming. We're like, if you call somebody fat, that's not fat shaming. Or if like you work out, you're not fucking fat shaming, and you're not like you're not fat phobic. Like, and now if you want to say we're fat phobic by working out, then okay, well, then I guess I'm fucking fat phobic, right? But obviously we don't even think that. The thing that people don't understand about it is we are not annoyed at the fact that people are overweight and weak. It upsets us because we know the potential that individuals who are overweight or unhealthy or weak have. Like, because we ourselves have been in a state of weakness, and we ourselves maybe have been very skinny or overweight. So when we see somebody in that particular state that we can relate to, we're kind of upset because of the fact that we know the potential that lies within that person and they're wasting their lives away. Which, it's like if your friend went out drunk driving, you'd be like, bro, you're like, if you're a good friend at least, you'd be like, you're fucking stupid. Like, you call them out like, you're a fucking idiot. Are we getting mad at the fact that you're being unhealthy because we're so entitled? Or are we just mad because we know the potential that lies within you and that you're wasting your life away? Like, that upsets us because us gym bros, like, we actually care. Like, we care about you random ass fucking overweight people because we don't want you to be like that. Because we've been in a state of weakness like that before. Skinny or fat, right? Nobody's just born with a bunch of fucking muscle, right? Nobody's born with that. And it is healthy, and it doesn't even have to be a lot of muscle, just the fact that you can go out and exercise and fucking breathe and have fun and live your life, you know what I'm saying, without running out of breath every fucking second, right? And it's because, like, we see these random people and we care. We really care, you know what I'm saying? And people think that we're such dickheads, but like, nah, bro, we fucking care about y'all random motherfuckers.
I mean, like, do you think like anyone really has kids and like, I really hope to God that my kid comes out obese, or like, it's like the same thing. I hope to God my kid comes out like a drug addict. Because what you're doing is you are embracing your weakness. Which, in what world? Just go up to any random person, go to a fucking homeless person and say, is it okay to embrace your weakness and reject your strength? What logical, mentally sane person would say, yeah? Like, no, that's just not okay, bro. Like, what the fuck do you mean? This is the funniest thing with me, right? And again, I'm not even trying to be based in like Sigma right now. Like, I'm just fucking speaking the facts. Some overweight people look at these bodybuilders' diets and they go, that is an eating disorder. Like, okay, if that's an eating disorder, I'm gonna take my eating disorder that keeps me fucking healthy and keeps my longevity intact
rather than your eating disorder, which makes you morbidly obese and makes your fucking life expectancy shorter. Like, which eating disorder would you rather have? Because I can honestly see why they think it's an eating disorder, but honestly, I think it's just discipline. But I can say honestly, like, yeah, I can see why. The difference between me and you is what I'm doing and how I'm eating that's a disorder to you is extremely fucking hard to do. What you're doing is simple, and my life expectancy and longevity is much higher than yours with my eating disorder. So yeah, nah, fuck that shit. And another thing that us gym bros can understand, right? You can't just take steroids and be like, listen, I think personally I'm valid enough to say this since I don't take anything. But obviously that's subjective. I mean, that's not, it's an objective statement, but it's like subjective. Like, I physically cannot fucking prove it. But I don't take anything, so I think I can say this. But if you take a bunch of fucking steroids and you're not getting your blood work checked and your bloods are bad, you're no better than a fucking obese person. And if you disagree with that and you're a gym bro, then like, nah, you're fucking delusional. Like, if you're taking gear and you're getting your blood work done and it's fucking horrendous and you're not treating your body good, you're no better, right? But like, if you're just going out and exercising and you're living a healthy life and you don't even need to care about bodybuilding, like that's so
literally just any form of exercise.
Any form of exercise and just maintaining a healthy body. That's what's really fucking important. You know what I'm saying? But
like, we're not trying to force them into bodybuilders or powerlifters or CrossFit people.
We're not expecting these overweight people to do anything of the sort.
It's like walking around the block.
We just want y'all motherfuckers to be healthy for real. Like, we just want y'all motherfuckers to live longer and be healthy. What the fuck is wrong with that? Like, just crazy shit. A lot of people also have to accept that people can't live their life the way they want. And you cannot hate somebody for that. You can despise their actions and how they're treating themselves, but them as an individual, you cannot just dislike them. You can't just see a fucking overweight person and be like, because I'm trying to stay like pretty neutral during this, but it is true. You can't just see an overweight person and be like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like, it's true.
Yeah.
And it's vice versa.
Because then that actually is.
Who works out and be jealous and be like, oh, what a fucking loser. You shouldn't just hate on somebody.
Well, that's kind of like similar to racism, if that's like
exactly like
a thing.
You can't just do that, because I know there are some gym bros and vice versa that they'll literally hate each other because of the way they look, and it's like, bro, you cannot be doing that. However you gym bros, you view fat people, even though it might sound crazy, that's literally how they think of you. So you have to take that into consideration as well. Even if you might think that is the dumbest thing ever, and even if you want to say, oh, factually no, and this, and give this reason and that, you're not going to change the fact that that's just how they view you, and you have to accept that. And at the end of the day, if you're arguing with somebody that you don't even know about them being overweight, or if you're overweight and you're arguing with somebody that you don't even know about being fit, you guys are both taking L's for real. Because if you're not trying to help somebody that you love, or that's very important to you, what the fuck is the point in arguing with somebody that doesn't really give a fuck what you're talking about? You're not going to change shit. So you got to put that energy towards something else, yourself.
right, my camera's at 1%, so I'm gonna say this really quickly. Thank you guys so much for 170K subscribers. We're almost at 175 now. It's just ridiculous. We're gonna hit 200K soon. I literally took me like 5 years to hit 100K, and now it's gonna take me like 3-4 months to hit fucking 200. That's just crazy.
It's insane.
And thank you so much for 400K on Instagram as well. Like,
Wait, you hit it?
No, I'm just saying it for the future. Because it's not gonna be posted tonight. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Just thank you for everything. I'm just so fucking happy. I just love you guys, man. I don't know what else to say. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the vid. It was just a quick little vid, you know. At this point, I'm just fucking recording things. I only have 1%, and I'm just recording things just to record them, and I'm
It's
just
not even at 1%, it literally has an X through it.
Alright, I'll see you guys.